Welcome once again to the Are You Gaming Round Robin Placement Torment. This is the, I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the previous videos, production quality. This is just a placement round robin to determine our placement in our actual legit tournament amongst the Ravaged Universe gaming community. Current standings are Yui in first place, IC in second, Dash, Noda, and mrxak each tied with 1 point each for third. In today's game, well, it's still the same day, but in this video's game, there's the verbiage I should use. This video's game is mrxak versus IC. Zerg versus Zerg. After watching IC's previous games as well as mrxak's, I'd suggest this should be an interesting game, and more of a question of who's going to out-snowball the other. Weird stuff on this map, Buzz says. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I don't see anything particularly out of the ordinary. IC has the first Overlord on the way out. mrxak's lagging somewhat behind. He'll get the first scout, assuming things wait that long. Oh, what the hell is going on here? mrxak has queued up a scouting path for his Overlord to pass over IC's base and then go all the way back home. Not only will that take the entire game to actually occur, but it makes a lot more sense to leave it just on the outskirts to watch for any kind of air harassment that might come in. IC with the early geyser and early pool. No expansion, but expansion for mrxak. Looks like IC wants to go with a hyper-aggressive Zergling push, and mrxak wants to play it a little more long-term, grabbing his hatchery before his spawning pool, but nonetheless getting it relatively promptly so as to mount some kind of defense. But IC's already got Lings on the field, and mrxak's pool isn't even done yet. This could prove difficult to hold without either a queen or Lings or anything. Probably his best bet. What's this? IC checking the gold base first? Probably a valid choice. mrxak could have gone straight for the gold for an early economic boom. But instead he gets regular natural, and IC sees the natural and just heads right into the main. And target fires the main hatch. I didn't see this coming. mrxak does have a couple of Lings on the field, but it's not going to be enough to turn this away. mrxak isn't even fighting with his drones. Looks like he's just going to let his hatchery die. His queen, freshly popped, will go down immediately. And there's speed. Zergling speed for IC. As he continues to hack away at the hatchery, nearly gets surrounded by the drones and eliminated, but does slip away. Takes a very bad engagement against the drones now, because all of his Zerglings were weak. He should have kept those and maintained map control. But that is definitely working in IC's favor in terms of income. IC really wants to knock down this hatch, and mrxak's going to let him. Even more Lings showing up from IC. Hatchery goes down. He's going to just move to the next one. Not sure whether he wants to kill the hatchery, the queen, or the drones. The drones continue long-distance mining. Oh dear. And there's the very early GG. Well, I probably should have included this one as a bonus on the tail end of the last video, but there's that. This will, of course, bump IC up 1 point to once again tie with Yui for first place with 4 points each, and a continuing three-way tie for third with 1 point each for mrxak, Dash, and Noda. Join us next time for game number 12 in the Ravage Universe Gaming Round Robin Placement Torment series. I really need a stop streaming button. That would really make this smoother.